Hallo YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks hier und es ist Brickhole Uhr mit einem weiteren Paket von Bricklink.com aus Deutschland. Yes, so sorry about the German again. I've probably slayed it once more, but you'll notice German's the only language I even attempt. I'm not the best linguist, I must say, but that was my best stab anyway at saying it was brick call o'clock and all the rest of it. So here is a packet, as I say, from Germany. And just get that open. No paperwork, so I'll just chip all this out. And this order, that's quite a nice box actually, I might keep that. This order was actually inspired by the very few pieces that I needed to finally complete my GBC factory. There weren't very many, it was just a sort of little blue Technic piece and a couple of different coloured propeller pieces that I just wanted to have absolutely perfect before I did all the photographs, which I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on getting just right. So I can do my LEGO Ideas submission and ask for all of your votes to get it potentially made into a real life set. Wouldn't that be awesome? So that was the main reason. And there was actually no one in the UK who had all those parts, mainly because the Blue Technic part itself is very rare indeed, because it was only one old sort of Ferrari set. So I had to go further afield into Europe, and I went to Germany, and I picked this vendor just because A, they had all the bits I needed to finally get the GBC finished, but then they also had loads of other fun stuff. So that's what the rest of this order is. So let's start, as often is the case, with the stickers that I've bought. Oh, that's a big sheet, isn't it? There we go. Right, so the most important one actually, because I noticed this when I was in the store, was this one, of which I bought two of here. Now this is from the Garmadon's Volcano Lair set 70631. And I got this one purely for that sticker there for the GBC factory, because I thought it was very appropriate indeed. Danger moving parts with kind of a sign with some gears on it, which is very much aligned with the view on the side of the machine at the very top floor of my factory. So I thought if I got two of those, I could have one stick on either side of that big machine. I'll have to put it on a 2x2 tile to make some slight modifications there, but that should be fine. I'll have to work out what background to put it on. It might look better on white than on yellow, because that yellow sign you'd want to stand out. I'll have to think about that a bit further. All the rest, I don't really know. I mean, we've got some here with sort of rocks on that I could probably use under the sea maybe. Got danger with some arrows. Maybe there's somewhere appropriate for them in my factory as well. And the rest, maybe not. So a bit of an extravagance, but they were, I think it was 70p a sheet, so not too bad. And given that it is the very special submission of my factory, I think it is definitely worth that extra investment just for that really quite fun detail, I think, of that very appropriate sign. So I'm glad I spotted those sticker sheets. A much older sticker sheet, way back from 2002, is this one in very good condition. And this is from the Extreme Tower, set 6740. And that was all about extreme sports and so on. And I mainly bought it for the two skateboard stickers in the middle there. And as part of this range, they often gave you quite a few different patterns of boards and allowed you to decide which of the skateboards you'd put them on. So actually, when it comes to the aftermarket, you can get all sorts of different combinations of coloured skateboards and the stickers. And they aren't the most exotic skateboard patterns. But you know me, I'm kind of collecting them because of my illness. My name is Robin and I'm a brick addict. It has been about 1 day since my last build. So that is going to augment my collection. And I bet around my skate park, when I finally get to that, I can probably use that. And even these as sort of decoration on jumps and things like that. And that laptop with a sort of helicopter on the screen, I might be able to use that as well somewhere. So that's a good sticker sheet, and that one was even cheaper. That was about 50 pence. So, I mean, if you think about just the cost of a skateboard, that's way less than it. So I think that was an absolute bargain. And then much more expensive was this great big sticker sheet from the Ninjago City Docks of 2018, and that's set 70657. I've no intention of getting any of the Ninjago massive sets, including the new one. I mean, they are very beautiful sets, don't get me wrong, but I just don't want to have a huge Chinatown type thing going on in Brick Nottingham, partially because it would just be identical to everyone else's, and having exactly the same city in my setup as everyone else has got doesn't massively appeal. But I did really like this sticker sheet for a few particular stickers, like this wonderful Starfarer one, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at that. He's got the girl. He's being chased by a robot. Love that. And that'll fit in with the comic book that's in the Ninjago City set 70620. So that's really nice. Another one I really like is this sushi one. And I know this is sort of Ninjago script at the top and bottom, but I still think it sort of looks appropriate. And this one with the geisha lady on as well, I think could definitely be adverts for a Japanese food restaurant. So I really like those as well. And arguably, that one could be used as a film commercial or something like that. And that's actually a Lego set, if you don't know. That's the Ultra Agents kind of vehicle from the Inferno Inception set, 70162. With the guns on the side, and those big wheels sort of turn from vertical to horizontal and kind of make the thing fly as well. Maybe that one as well, in a travel agent window, and all these little adverts, and even arcade machine sides for Junkbot. So I thought this sticker sheet, although about £2.50, I think it was definitely worth it because there's loads of fun stuff on it. So that is great, really good start there. Right, let's plough on with some minifigures. So I think I've got this lady before, and she's just a grandmother from an advent calendar of 2019, 60235. But it's the fact that, well, it's new, it was cheap, and I get a really nice sweater, or, well, zip top, and this lovely hairpiece in this colour, nougat, which is relatively uncommon, and a face that I can use all over. So I think it's kind of very good value when you think about the sum of the parts. So happy to have her. Then continuing my addiction, another one, buying all of the old aliens from the Space Police. I've got this one, and he's kind of like I would call that a piranha, I think, a sort of head, and he's called Jawson. And he's from 2010, 3 sets, including 5983, Space Police Undercover Cruiser. And that's a very cool set, actually. The sort of police ship is sort of upside down and looking like an innocent sort of freighter. And then I think when somebody goes and tries to prey on it, it sort of flips over and becomes a really cool spaceship that is belonging to the police. And obviously then the chase is on. But I don't think they quite appreciate that space is three-dimensional, and you're just as likely to approach that ship from the underside than from the top. So anyway, it's a toy. It's very good. And this is a wonderful character. It's a bit similar to the Series 21 one in the fact that he's sort of wearing a orange prison jumpsuit. But the other thing, obviously, you can use this for, and I've already got this headpiece on its own, is to make it into a wonderful fish for my undersea scene, just by adding some fins on either side and probably a bit of body with a modified brick in between there. So this second version, I think I can keep as a rather menacing looking alien. So he is wonderful. Absolutely lovely figure, that one. Excellent. Another very interesting character. This is Crusher from the Ninjago movie sets. And he's got a rather... Oh, that's that way, is it? Fun tank. A head. And then he's got this kind of crab or lobster or even shrimp type helmet. It's definitely a crustacean of some sort. Got these sort of antennas and the eye stalks. And if that wasn't wonderful enough, I thought I'd actually kind of part this out as well and use this part as the head of said creature, whichever one it is, in my undersea setting. And then I would use that wonderful head somewhere else. And this shoulder pad with a kind of battery level on, I'm sure I can find a use for that. And even then, the jumpsuit underneath isn't too Ninjago-y. I think I can use that somewhere else as well. Awesome. Yeah, so loads of good parts there. I'm going to keep those separate because I've got another part to go with that later. Here's another Ninjago. So that came with 70632, the Quake mech from 2018, just so you know. Then another Ninjago character, though not to be used there, and it's actually from the City Docks, so the same set that sticker sheet comes from. And it is... is it missing a head? That's bizarre. Oh no, there it is. It's just rolled away. No panic. And this is Chad, who has got... Yep, he's got a two-sided head. Stern or very alarmed. But again, I think this one was quite keenly priced and therefore was well worth the purchase for all those really good parts, brand new. So I just got him because he was cheap. In fact, I liked it so much I must have bought two of them. I don't remember doing that, but I'm sure they haven't given me one in error. So there we go. Let's have him with the other face. I mean, I'm going to need so many minifigures just to populate my fairground if I want it to look really busy and have loads of people riding on all the rides. And I reckon loads of kind of university jocks wearing the NH, which is probably Ninjago High or something like that, tops will be very welcome indeed. Yep, so that's looking good. Then I've got two big bags. So let's tip these out. Now this one's got loads of tiny pieces in, so these are probably all going to roll around. But here goes. All right, and they're looking very clean and nice, so that's good. So right on top, I've got a couple of these round tables. Now these are in a very interesting colour that's called Fabuland Brown, which probably gives you a clue to their origin. And I've got two of them. And I just thought these could be used maybe in the fairground as tables or any cafe or something like that. It's all in one piece, and that one's got a bit of a stress mark, but I don't think that's so much of a problem. They weren't that expensive. They've been in absolutely tons of Fabuland sets, including 3660, Fisherman's Wharf, which has got an awesome Fabuland elephant in it. It's almost tempting to collect Fabuland sets, but I don't think I should. I've got enough addictions already, as we always discuss. And here are the propellers that I was going to potentially change for the ones in my GBC factory. They've currently got black ones on that are hard to see spinning, and I thought what would be easier to see spinning than some neon orange. So that's them, and I bought four. I only need three, but I bought four in case one wasn't perfect. They all look absolutely fine. So those are some of the vital parts. And then the other vital part is also here. It was this piece in blue, and again I bought two. I only need one, just because he had two, and I'd rather get one that was perfect. They all look great, just in need of a clean. So that's the other part I need. So mission accomplished on the GBC factory front. While we're here, I've got some heads. So let's make a little tower of those. Is that there's one as well? Different colour. Okay, so here's some heads. The top two with the beauty spot and the sort of singing mouth are from the Series 2 Pop Star. So I thought those would be quite easy to use. Somebody on a ride might be looking a bit anticipating the drop or something like that. And these two I really like with the stubble and the quiff. They've been used on so many sets, it's untrue, but one is 5971 Gold Heist, which is another one of those wonderful Space Police sets. That's the one with the double height alien. I've got that one. And then on the bottom there is a trans neon, what would you call it, green or yellow, depending on your point of view, head. And that head was used a couple of times in the old Agent sets, including for Slimeface, who is the baddie in set 8636, Deep Sea Quest, which is the one with the really cool submarine and the really cool boat, and that glow-in-the-dark octopus as well. So that's a great set. But I needed that head just to complete that figure, which I might use in my undersea scene. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, some really good heads there. And obviously the price was good because I bought two where they were available. A few tread plates. Always need those. I'll be moving those onto grey tiles using my patented hot tea technique. And then I got a couple of these. That one's a little damaged, but not too bad. And that one looks maybe a bit scuffed or maybe just a bit dirty. But they are for the Asteroid Bank ATM. as in a bank machine. Now, these were also part of a Space Police set, specifically 5982, Smash and Grab, and that's the one that Squidtron was from, who's another one of the ones I've got. But those sets, I mean, we're seeing so many of them at the moment. I just love them. I just think they're brilliant. I'd love to collect those and have all of those sets together in a great big scene. But I mean, I think it would cost the earth now, even though they're not crazy old. I just think they were perhaps not very common at the time and very popular since. Anyway, the reason why I got these was because I was thinking of putting bank machines or ATMs all around my city. And in real life, obviously, they kind of look very similar, or at least ones from the same provider do. So I thought I would start getting some kind of branding for my ATMs, essentially. So one set of ATMs might be the Asteroid Bank, which has just got this asteroid with a kind of dome on top and a kind of look back to the classic space sign there with the ship sort of going around it. So I think that would work rather well. So I saw two of them and I thought this will start that mini sort of collection off. But I think those are really good. I think that would be quite bright and interesting for my city. Here's another stickered piece, and I bought it for the sticker, which is in great condition, thankfully. I might be able to use it actually on the fin, but I would also gladly take it off and put it on a different piece, because I was thinking all these yellow submarines that are going to be in my undersea setting, it would fit very well. And obviously the main reason is because it's got this wonderful orca or killer whale on the front there on either side, over this sort of jumping over this wave, I suppose. And that would be a wonderful logo for a submarine or exploratory vessel of some sort, wouldn't it, under the sea? So I'm really glad to have that. That's in really good condition because it was only part of one set, 8286 Technic 3-in-1 car, which also converted into different sort of vehicles as well. And that's from 1996 and was one of those sets with weird Technic figures. But yeah, I think that's really useful. You wouldn't have thought it would come from that set, but that's why it really pays to sort of look as broadly as you can when you're in a store like this. Then I've got loads of cargo tiles as well. So there's 3, 4, 5 of these ones with the kind of transport cargo logo on with a box and some arrows around the globe. So they're really nice. I'll be able to use those in my upcoming cargo area. And they were only part of one set, 7992 Container Stacker, which is a wonderful set actually. I won't be getting it because I've got about 10 forklift trucks and also a container stacker as part of that recent Capital City set where it's helping with the construction of that museum. Also because this one's quite big. I mean, it's got 4 great big tires at the front. So yeah, I don't think I'll get that. And then loads and loads of neon pieces. I've absolutely filled my boots here, haven't I, for my undersea setting, because I figure with UV light, I want my undersea setting to glow. So I've got 4 of these big dishes, which I might use for things like the large jellyfish, or maybe even just sort of as parts of coral, if you think of them that way up, kind of collecting passing nutrients from the ocean. Ditto for these small ones, but just in orange, obviously. And then an absolute ton of these globe pieces. And I figured these could be kind of on tree limbs or something like that in real big groups. And they'll really be dazzlingly glowy in UV light. So I don't know what you think of those, but obviously I thought that it might be a good idea, but only in bulk. So these were 2 or 3, I think there were 3 or 4 actually, pennies each. So I've bought just over 100. So I've really made a quite significant investment of £3 or £4 in all of these globes to make hopefully a really interesting scene. But if I grab my UV torch, you can see that basically all of this is going to glow really well when we have it under the sea. So I think that'll be really good and really worthwhile. Golly, these ones really glow, don't they? Look at that. Absolutely crazy. Excellent. Cool. Let's move on to the other bag. See if we can stop most of this rolling off the table. Right, so the biggest part in this... Oh, golly, it really is all trying to escape. Stop. Good. The biggest piece in this bag is actually some more snap pieces from 1999. You see I've bought a few of these now since I've got the original red ones for my monorail bridge. This is just a pair of yellow beams, as you can see, and I can't really use these bits to connect them together because I'd need the grey connectors, so I'm going to use these axle holes. But I kind of thought around my industrial areas, either around my harbour or around my cargo area, having these either sticking out from a wall, being like kind of a crane, I want to say gantry, but that's not the right word, is it? Sort of thing, anyway. A sort of beam supporting a crane, or maybe even just sort of built into a wall as kind of texture, something like that. I thought it'd be really good looking. So they were part of a set called Helicopter 3554 as an app set, which kind of looks a bit like Connects or Meccano or something, and didn't catch on. But yeah, I really like those, and it's a really bright colour to contrast in those areas. Then we have some more heads, 3 more this time. It's only 2 different ones. So we've got 2 of the top one, which is double-sided, so I may as well flip that around. And that is used in loads of different places as well, but it's got a very useful blank expression. You see, that's the expression I really think will be useful in scenes. And that was used in a couple of Alien Conquest sets, including Alien Striker 7049, which is another wonderful Alien Conquest set. And then this one I really liked. I don't have this one. A very sort of cheery face with bushy eyebrows and a ginger beard. And he was actually King Halbert from Nexo Knights in a couple of sets in 2016 and 17, including 70327, the King's Mech, which is a rather grand mech, I must say. Looks rather fantastic. I think if I was into Nexo Knights, I'd be getting that one. But yeah, he looks really nice. I really like that head. So put those there. Then I got a head in trans neon, just one, because I thought I might be able to make that into some sort of kind of coral build or something like that as well, so it's kind of in with them. And then a regular orange one, and that is what I was going to use just to fill this up so it didn't look quite so empty. Now it might look better with a black head in it or something like that, but I thought as a starting point, since he had one, I'd just fill that with orange, and I think that looks quite good. And obviously this could be poking out of a cave or I don't know what, but it was just really to see if it looked realistic. I could even build a brick-built body for it, couldn't I, and give it some claws or something, a bit like Krusty the Krab on my Krusty Krab build in Brick Nottingham, but in orange. Yeah, so that's more food for thought. Just got a really old dark grey slope there. And that's just to finish off that Mosasaurus that we've done relatively recently, 6721, because I used some temporary pieces for that. Then a couple of plates and loads of these skateboard wheels that I always seem to be running out of. So they can stop running away now. So there we go. That is the haul. The most important parts were these for the GBC, but that didn't stop us. Oh, I've got 2 of that head. That didn't stop me going and filling my boots as usual to get some wonderful parts from this very good seller who's got some really good quality old stickers, some great minifigures. I think my favourite has to be Jawson, the alien. Some great heads and some really good stickers. So I'm very happy with that. Well, I won't do any more German and disturb you with that on the way out. Apologies again for that if I mangled your language. But I do think that was a really good haul from Germany with some really clean and amazing pieces, a real diverse set again, and I'm going to really look forward to using some of them. And most importantly, the GBC building is now ready for photography and submission, so that is a real win. So thanks very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be in Brick Nottingham for part 3 of Far Corner Farm on Farming Fridays, because that's going really well. I'm really enjoying doing that series so far, and I'm sure part 3 will be just as good. And then on Monday, assuming we get the police station as planned later today, because today is Tuesday when I'm filming, then I'll be doing the new modular as well. So maybe that'll be Monday's build, assuming I have enough time, because it's a big old build after all. So anyway, whatever we get up to, see you then.